So I want to talk about the pandemic that we all remember so vividly and so greatly, I remember it was 2021 when everyone was pushing the vaccine on you and telling you that you need to take the vaccine, you need to take the jab. If you don't take it, you're selfish, you're a bad human being, you're putting harm on other people, you're risking other people's lives, especially the old ones. And, you know, I remember that so clearly. They did that in workplaces. In workplaces, you heard that from your colleagues, you heard that from family, from everyone you knew. You need to take the vaccine. If you don't take it, you're selfish, you're a bad human being, blah, 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 right? And I remember how firm I was on not taking the vaccine. I told myself, I'm not going to do this because I don't know the long-term effects of this jab, and I'm not going to put something in my body that I don't know what is. I want to know what I'm putting inside my body, and I don't know what this vaccine is. It's not heavily researched. We don't know the long-term effects, and I don't know what it is, frankly. So I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to put this inside my body. And I was very firm on that, and I was very decided on that as well. But then I got weak, and I just started complying. The way I started complying was, the government started making life way harder for us, in a sense where, they restricted our traveling, which restaurants we could go in, if we could even go into restaurants. We couldn't go to the cinema without a COVID pass. We couldn't do anything without showing them we've taken the jab. So we were very limited and very controlled. But then again, I shouldn't have complied. I should have just went along with not being able to do things. I should have been stronger. I shouldn't have complied. And saying anything else in hindsight, or what I should have done, is just cope. It's just me coping and justifying what I did. And I screwed up. I should have never taken it. And I regret taking it. And when I did take it, especially after the restrictions dropped, I kind of lost respect for myself. I did. Because it's crazy how quickly the restrictions actually dropped. It's crazy how fast that happened, because that's how people work. They care about something for a few months, maybe a year, maybe longer, and then something new comes along, like the Ukraine-Russia war, Black Lives Matter, all this, all that, blah, blah, blah. People just change their minds and they get distracted by the new thing. And they don't really know why they care so much about what they care about. They're all NPCs. They just follow the herd. Someone tells them this is bad. Then they go along and say, oh, this is bad because I don't know why, but because everyone says it's bad. This whole world is full of NPCs. And I was a little bit of an NPC, back in the day in 2021. Should have never taken the jab. I should have just stuck to my principles, and I should have just been stricter with myself and realized that, eventually this is going to pass, the restrictions and everything. I'm going to be able to live a normal life. This is not going to be forever. Let's be real. But when we complied the way we did, we gave the governments more power. They saw how much they can push the people and how weak people actually are. That's why they hate people like Andrew Tate, who makes people realize what's actually going on in the world and how the governments work and how power hungry they are and what they actually want as an end goal, which is, to have us all comply, be good little slaves. And that's what I was in 2021. I was a good little slave. I complied. I was like, fuck it, let's take the jab because I don't want any limitations. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just said, no, you know what, fuck it. I won't travel. I won't go to the cinema. I won't go to restaurants. I'll live a boring life. I'll just train and work. It's fine. But no, instead I was like, no, you know what? I want to be happy. I want to have fun. I want to be able to do what I want to do, like a fucking little bitch. So I took the jab. And to this day, I regret it. And in 3 days, I'm probably going to drop dead because of that jab. I'm out of unknown reasons. Because we don't know the long-term effects. We don't know what this jab is. There is no data on what kind of effects it has long-term. Short-term, of course, but short-term, we know all the short-term effects of all vaccines. Like we know short-term effects on everything. because that's what it is. It's a short-term effect on a short time frame, you know? But we don't know the long-term effects. And that's the worrying part. What is this vaccine actually going to do in years from now? Because it's only been a little over 2 years since I took the jab. What's going to happen in another 3 years? What's going to happen? We don't know that. So yeah, I just wanted to rant about that. And it's something I thought about the other day. You know, when I thought back to 2021, I just realized that, the sheer disappointment in myself for complying and falling in line and being a good little pawn on the chessboard. That's what I was, a good little pawn, did what I was told to do, and I fell for it because I was very stuck to my principles. I told myself I won't fall for the peer pressure, I won't do this. But as soon as the limitations came and I couldn't live a normal life, I told myself, how long is this going to last? And, I said potentially years. I was like, fuck it, let's just take it. And I regret it. And again, in hindsight, we'd all do things different. So just because you say you're going to do something different in hindsight doesn't mean anything. I should have done things different from the beginning. I should have just stuck to my ground and not complied. This video is probably going to get taken down by YouTube. But yeah, I'm going to post it anyways. I don't care. I want to just share my thoughts and share what I think about this pandemic and how it was all a scam, because that's what it was at the end of the day. But yeah, again, we all have our moments in life where we slip up, but the most important thing is that we learn, and I'm definitely wiser after making that mistake. I definitely know better right now, and I know what not to do in the future in case something like this ever happens again. I will not blindly comply. I will not do it again. I'm a human being with rights, and I don't believe in just falling in line and doing what I'm told to do anymore. Especially when it comes to my body, I decide what goes into my body, and I will not just, put anything inside of it. So yeah, but that was it, guys. And thank you for sticking through my 7-minute rant here. But I'll see you tomorrow, as always. Cheers.